Right, we're live. How you doing, Ben? It's Friday night.
Pretty
You got your
good.
KitKats to hand. You got your haul. We got a haul here.
Yeah, I got some like dark chocolate
Making
one.
it rain with a contraband.
No. Biscoff special edition. Lovely. I have no idea
Wow.
what that. Yeah, got lucky, I guess.
You're dripped out. You've got chocolate drip all over you.
I know, I do. I just cleaned up a little bit.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I suppose we should probably start with context, right? So for those of you who don't know, there was a KitKat heist. Sugary robbery, where they took what was it? We have it here, like 413,793 KitKats. There's a lot of KitKats. There are a few brands that jumped on the trend, like immediately after the heist. I actually have a little. I'm going to share my screen for a second, but I have a little thing I made just to show some examples of how people jumped on it. Here we go. KitKat heist outline. I don't know if you guys can see my screen. Is that showing? There we go.
Not yet. Somehow.
There you go.
Yes.
Magic. So you got the Ryanair. Oh, let me go back. Ryanair did their version of it, which is unhinged, which is kind of very on brand for them.
Yeah.
Microsoft Edge did a skit, an urgent email about KitKats. Actually, it looks like Outlook. Someone said it was Edge, but I think this is actually Outlook. Maybe not. I didn't know anyone still uses Edge, so I learned something new that week. World of Warcraft. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Okay. I won't dwell on that. World of Warcraft did it, and they did it within the lore, I think, of their world. A little heist in game, and then we had, Pizza Hut, implying that maybe they could have done it, benefited from it. But my personal favorite, obviously, is the chocolatey lube from Durex. It's like very impressive what they pulled off there. Very creative, and I think they got that out like within a day or two, right? But yeah, these are some examples of things that people have done. So I'll just zoom in a little bit so you can see a bit more. But yeah, you can see this one here. This is the Pizza Hut one. Then, sorry, now my mouse has stopped. To the right, you got a Durex one as well. But yeah, just some examples of how people have been kind of jumping on this trend and kind of fast following and whatnot. So today we're going to try and recreate the exact same kind of idea, just to show you how with SecretSauce, how you can kind of capture the zeitgeist and jump on kind of live trends as well. So Ben, I'm going to let you start while I tuck into a delicious KitKat.
No, perfect. You'll need that. I'm going to start quickly, but as you know, we're going to have to do some ingestion here. So what we mean by ingestion is that, with SecretSauce, you can provide a bunch of things, links, images, descriptions by hand, all that stuff. And you can ask whatever you need from it. And it's going to take everything, it's going to scrape the web, it's going to search, it's going to do everything that it needs to do to understand better what your requirements are. So just for the sake of time, I prepared a short write-up that I'm just going to paste in there. I mean, you will see that it's not, it's very crude. This is a summary of what I want to see done. So I explain okay, there was a heist, KitKat heist, right? And I want to make some fake product collab between SecretSauce and KitKat and explore some fun campaign, concepts, incriminating SecretSauce in regards to the heist. Just kickstarting, giving good context. I'm proposing some ideas what about having scientists maybe looking for a recipe or security footage, stuff like that. And then I gave a little more context about the actual heist, and I provided, so this is just a copy paste, and I provided a link to Know Your Meme because there's been memes that were written about this right now. I was like, just look at how this has been going, and then I'm going to paste the visuals that I want to use as a reference for the agent to work. So bear with me for a second while I'm literally just copy pasting stuff. And just
while you're doing this, I guess we can just talk at high level. This kind of reactive, in the moment marketing only really works if you can move fast and stay on brand. And so that's the challenge that today's AI tools generally face. And the one thing we really focused on at SecretSauce is allowing you to stay on brand quickly. And so this is why we think this is actually a perfect use case for what we're doing. So most brands that try this either fail because they're too slow, like briefing the tool or getting the internal alignment for this kind of thing takes them too long, or they jump on it, but it sounds inauthentic. So the examples we shared, like Durex, for example, and Pizza Hut, were pretty good. I'm actually personally less of a fan of doing it in-game. Kind of feels a little bit forced, but still it's cool though, jumping on the zeitgeist. But yeah, the brands that nailed it kind of didn't sound like KitKat, and they sounded like themselves. And so I guess we want to show how SecretSauce enables any brand to kind of be able to do this kind of trend jacking and kind of capturing the zeitgeist and reacting to what happens in the real world.
Exactly. So here I'm taking some examples of what's been done, like some kind of put out a statement. KitKat themselves reacted with a joke, having a heavily guarded, I think, KitKat truck going around in, I think that was in Canada that they were running around, and then just added the logo, the KitKat logo, just to make sure that SecretSauce understands what brand we're talking about here. Of course, it will generally have a good understanding of what KitKat is, but maybe there's a new version of the logo, which is, I think, the case here where you can see this on the site. So I'm just making sure it's really up to date, right? With the links, the images, the logo, and everything. And then in this case, just for context, we're working inside of the Hot Take SecretSauce brand, which is essentially the brand that we play with when we create content for SecretSauce, and we want to be doing fun stuff. So we have a SecretSauce product. We have different flavors, and we have talent attached to that as well. So different people that will promote the product or that will be used for ads. It's just for fun. And so I'm using that context to create the content here. So let's see what's going on. Are you able to read, or is it too small? Sorry,
it's pretty small. So maybe you should zoom in a little bit.
Let me try to Okay. So it's reading the article because I gave it the URL. It's reading the brand codex at the same time. And then now it's reading the SecretSauce brand codex itself to just find what can be used from there. And then
but that's important, right? The fact that it's reading the SecretSauce brand codex, it means anytime you throw out a crazy idea, the brand brain knows kind of what you're trying to do and how it ties in with your brand. I guess maybe one other thing to call out is that we also created a fake hot sauce brand. Maybe we can share a little bit of that at some point later. But
yeah, I mean that's what I was just talking about earlier when I was talking about this particular brand. It's very likely that we'll see the hot sauce coming up. So for example, there are 4 concepts here that were offered. The official statement, when we're us talking about, I guess KitKat having disappeared, or maybe a new sauce that's coming up. Hot take, scientist in white coats testing KitKat bars ingredients. It's pretty fun. Wanted poster or a reward notice. And then security footage where I guess we would see maybe a truck of KitKat or something. Yeah, KitKat truck on a highway with a SecretSauce bottle visible in the corner of the frame. So we'll see how that comes out. And in particular here, you can see SecretSauce bottles being mentioned. So I think the agent understood automatically that, okay, we want to use the SecretSauce brand, the hot take sauce brand actually. And we have this particular bottle of hot sauce that we want to use. So we'll see how this is going to come out. I'll give it a minute. So it's taking a bit of time because it's not only pulling everything, proposing ideas, but it's also executing right away. The reason it's executing right away is that I'm using the YOLO mode here. And the YOLO mode is essentially just don't ask me questions, just go on, make your best bet, use whatever you know, and then fill in gaps and go, produce content. And I want to do that because I want to have something to start with. I don't really want to be iterating too much at the text level because I can always have very good surprises just from the agent generating images. And I can take that as a base as well and say okay, maybe that's not exactly what I want, but let's iterate on that. So I would rather start that way. We have some stuff that's coming up. We have an official statement that just came up. The reward, notice. What else is arriving? Okay, so we can have a look at that. So hot take secret sauce, official statement. We would like to share a deeper sympathies to KitKat following.
It's very good.
On a completely unrelated note, we've been experimenting new flavor profiles. We are unable to comment further at this time. Hot take secret sauce for those with taste. On a completely
it's
unrelated
good. It's
note.
captured the brand. The brand does a lot of like very irreverent kind of funny stuff. So that's a cool take.
Pretty good.
But I think that's what happens when you spend a while, Ben, just like setting up your brand and giving it more and more detail about your voice and your visual identity. Like you get stuff you can use pretty much instantly. Go on, Ben.
Yeah, no, I agree. Let's see the reward. $0 cash, 1 lifetime supply of hot takes. Secret sauce information needs the recovery of the third truck. You know one, we know nothing, do you? For those with taste and good timing, I would rework that a little bit just to make sure that it's written from the perspective of maybe like we know something that others don't, and have more fun with it. But it's not bad. It's not bad. It's a good start.
I think it's implied, but like when you say we know nothing, it's kind of protesting too much. Yeah. But yeah, I agree.
We have the scientists working on a hot take. So that's the actual product. Sorry, my yeah, that's the hot take sauce, and then like some KitKats. I think I'm probably gonna add some takes on this, just to have more fun with it. And I think at the end we have the secret sauce like somewhere around the
that's great.
The actual KitKat truck. And I want to do a few things, but I think I'm gonna start with wait. I'm gonna try something and see if it works. I'm going to try something. Give me a second. Do nothing. I want to test something that we just implemented recently, and I want to see if it works. And it should, which is the ability to fork, which means that we can work on multiple variations of the same thread at the same time and look at the content. Did I just break it? I hope so not. I've been experimental today. Got it. Okay. That's unusual for secret sauce to do nothing. So I'll do two things. One, I'm going to fork from here. Like that's a very specific feature. You can, whatever you're not happy with an output, you can revert, or you can even fork. Say like from that checkpoint, I want to start doing something else. And I'm going to ask a few things. I'm going to ask for, let's see. I want to rework that particular image here, and I think I would like to rework that one as well. Or Simon, do you have ideas? Like, do you have opinions? I would work on those two a little bit more.
I think those two, yeah. I like the scientist. Actually, do you want? Sorry, there's one detail I noticed that you skipped over. But can you open the scientist up and zoom in? So the guy's clipboard is discussing go up to the right slightly. KitKat wafer density analysis. That's an incredible detail. I saw that as you went past earlier, and like, I'm curious what other details like is created in the background, because that's pretty bonkers.
Pretty good. Sample, like this is a little like harder to read.
Chip analysis, yeah.
Analysis.
It's done pretty well.
That was great. That was great. I was going to ask. So what I was going to ask is I want these guys to have like a more maybe like pinhole, like spy-like kind of picture being taken, so it's not so clean, like almost like PR ready. And I wanted to ask for this one maybe to do something a bit more like maybe the truck being parked, at night in a hangar somewhere, and then getting a picture of that as like some kind of proof, that the heist happened, and maybe the hangar is like a secret sauce hangar or something like that. So I'm going to try that, and I'm going to fork. Like I'm going to do both things at the same time. So I'm going to use two threads, and it's going to recreate. So what it does is it's going to duplicate the thread until exactly where we're at, but it's a new one. You see, it's like forked. And I'm going to ask for this one, and I'm going to say like recreate this image, but with a CCTV camera style, pinhole. Do that like pinhole, spy-like kind of vibe. We're not supposed to be here at all, but we get a glimpse of what the scientists are doing. with the stolen KitKat. All right. Oops, I made a mistake with it, but it will understand probably what I'm saying here. And then on the other side, I will ask for probably here what I just mentioned earlier. I would just say like, hey, can I get a view of that KitKat truck parked at night in a hangar, and then we're going to call that we're going to call that a secret sauce. Oh wait, sorry, it's a hot take hangar. Photo is bad quality mobile phone. Okay.
And so what are you expecting to get out of this? What do you think it will look like?
Well, I hope that I'm going to get a similar vibe with the scientist thing, but like more a like low quality photo taken, kind of like almost like a spy would do, someone trying to extract some information from the labs. So it doesn't look like.
Sorry, you're trying to recreate that kind of like gritty Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, like Cold War era vibe for the heist.
Yeah, exactly. And then with this one, it would be like, someone who's passed by and just noticed, like, wait a minute, there is a KitKat truck inside of that, hot take hangar, and that shouldn't be the case, right? Like, I'm going to notify the authorities. That's kind of what I'm hoping to see here. So I'm just going to check Yep.
Just want to ask you, Ben, like, why wouldn't you just do this in, I don't know, ChatGPT or Gemini or like one of the LLMs? Why would you use something like SecretSauce for this?
That's a good question. So the main reason is that SecretSauce has an understanding of your brand, an understanding of like more broadly everything that it needs to know to create good-looking content, and then also it remembers what you've been talking about in the thread. So if in the thread I gave it a lot of context around like, hey, I want this to be funny, I want this to be on tone, like using the tone of voice of our brand as well, I want it to be, in very specific, made in a very specific manner that looks like us, then I will generally have much better results than if I use Gemini, where I have to copy paste constantly, the same prompts, the same images, the same reference and everything. So we're getting some results here. It actually took the exact, I should ask like maybe a completely different view angle. I'm going to ask that right now, because I mean, it's not bad, right? Like I could use that, but I don't like.
You could use that, yeah. But what kind of view angle are you going for then? Do you want like a fisheye thing or top down?
I think we'll do that. Give me 3 options, and maybe I want it to be unhinged, not so serious. I want something more fun. I'm just gonna ask, and I'm asking multiple options in this case. And again, like I don't need to, as you can see, like I don't need to remind it, hey, use the sauce that we are talking about. Like use like I don't need to say any of this. It will remember whatever I do. So yeah, you can see like this one's not bad at all. Like the hot take, secret sauce.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. It's like taken from a hidden, area. And
it's, I'm looking here, it's actually got these giant SecretSauce bottles in the background as well. So it's preserved the brand.
Yeah.
And just kept it there. And then you've also got the KitKat brand that's been absolutely nailed too.
Have a break, have a KitKat. It's good.
And then on the left, you've got the SecretSauce.
Yeah. So pretty good. Done pretty good. And then maybe earlier we were talking about, I think, potentially making a variation of the product itself, like the SecretSauce bottle, right? And make it like a KitKat inspired SecretSauce bottle. I think we could do that. Shall we do that now?
Yeah, let's do it. I want to see what the KitKat flavored hot sauce would look like.
Yeah, cat flavored. A bottle of secret sauce. Let's use. I'm going to use the original. I think we have the original sauce that is in memory here. Yeah, pink label. So you see, like this is a reference essentially that is going to call the very specific bottle called the original pink label bottle. I'm going to ask to use that as a base. Do not mention, I just want to make sure we have something that is more subtle. KitKat directly, maybe mention compound K, for example, or something like that. Like that.
What's the compound K?
Compound K, or maybe compound KK. And
like a scientific compound. All right, I understand.
Yeah, a scientific compound, exactly.
Yeah.
We're developing a flavor, right? That would be the idea.
Right, okay.
To direct, let's say, and be subtle with the with the KitKat recipe. KitKat reference. Let's see. Getting there. And let's have a look here. I don't know if I was asking for something here. Yes, I did. Oh yeah, we had the truck in the background. Oh no, sorry. I'm like being confused. That's where I was asking more views. Okay, so this is cool.
This is cool. Yeah. This is very Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. Yeah, I like that.
Pretty cool. This one is...
That is like Aphex Twin directed a candy commercial.
And this one is pretty funny.
That's cool.
Like you can see that's the scientists in the back, and they're getting their sequences from the fridge with the KitKats in there. Pretty cool. I mean, I could take that. Actually, it's funny. I could take this and make the fridge. I'm gonna just jump that overflowing with KitKats that were stolen, and then give me 3 variations. Let's see what we get from there. Hopefully we have a little update coming up. Okay, it's still working. You could, I mean, I'm using 2 threads here. You could use 3 threads. You could use 10. Like, it's up to you. We're going to be making this even easier to work with multiple kind of streams of work at the same time. And generally, it's up to user, but I like to ask for a few options. If you're not asking for options, SecretSauce is going to give you like its best, shot at each one of the things that you're asking for. You could also, if you like, in the same kind of query, say, well, I want to work on the truck, I want to work on the scientist, I want to work on, and I want like 3 samples of each. But the challenge there is that you're going to have to probably wait a bit of time, right? Like before you get all the output coming out. So I have a preference generally to just like starting the fork and then work on different streams at the same time. So hopefully, are you eating some KitKat?
So I think we should to celebrate. I had a little bite earlier.
I heard some noise. I was checking.
No, yeah, because I got I've got my haul here, so they've got fistfuls of KitKat.
I started attacking
to be very on brand. Yeah, dark chocolate. That's a good shout. I should have got that.
Do you have dark chocolate?
No, I don't. I don't know if my hands are much bigger as I've gotten older, but I seem to remember these packets being much larger. I don't know if that's just me.
I agree.
Okay, it's shrinkflation. Yeah, okay.
But just for you, they made the bigger ones.
That's a great image, yeah. I like that.
Okay.
So, do you think we would create a video today or not? What do you want to do?
A video. We have. Let's see.
Could have someone speeding away in a van, a lorry.
Speeding away. We can try. We can try and see what kind of results we get. I don't know how much time it's going to take though. If we do the video.
Oh, okay, that's a good point. Or we could have the SecretSauce KitKat coming out.
Something just went off. Okay. So this is interesting. You're going to see something here. So you can see here. This is completely off. Like this is not at all what we wanted. But the agent just realized it, and it's trying to fix the. It's kind of self-heal here. So we're going to see where it lands, but it's rereading the asset card. It's all telling you like, oh, sorry, I made a mistake. So this is super interesting to see how, because it's agent, right? A non-agentic solution would just output something like this and be like, well, fine, job done. No question asked. The agent itself is kind of looking back at what it's done. It's kind of like trying to fix itself here and outputting again a card using all the right context and the right elements. So this is rare. Like it's actually the first time that I see something that is completely off like this. Usually, you would have something a little off, and you can just tell it like, "Hey, can you fix that?" and it will right away. But like here, just like automatically understood. Well, I missed, on something really important, which I think just somehow missed on the product and the CCTV. Like it's actually talking about all the right stuff. So
That's great.
Ben,
is this like the same version that's currently live, or is this an internal test version?
No, that's the dev version. So maybe we broke it when I don't know, maybe we done sort of data internally, and then we have some more that are coming up here. We have a bit more, so let me move this away. More KitKats and more KitKats. This is funny. This is actually
I like that one. I like that one. That's cool.
This is really good. Very bad quality.
She's been caught red-handed.
Yeah, that works really well. That's very cool. I like that. Pretty good. And then we have another one coming up. I wonder, like, it's taking a bit of time, so I wonder if it's maybe dev or services. It is. I haven't.
What have you done?
No. I just realized that I did not necessarily mention to the engineering team that we are doing a demo right now, our live session.
So they're in the middle of just doing stuff.
I wouldn't be surprised if someone is pushing something to live, to dev, which may cause sometimes issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's possible.
Oh, well,
it's okay.
We got no.
Okay. We'll get there. Something is coming up. We got it. Okay.
Oh, I like that.
All right, so we got a product. Compound KK edition SecretSauce and some brown chocolatey label.
Actually, I have a bit of intel there. If you want the trick to making the perfect chili, you add 1 square of dark chocolate to your chili while it's cooking. No more. Yeah. So I can see that sauce being actually pretty good.
Pretty good. I'm going to do something here. I'm going to just copy the image. You can copy the image. You can download. You can do whatever you want. You can find it back also from your. And I'm just going to ask, because I found one of those pretty funny. I'm just going to ask to replace the. That was the last one that was really funny. Oh, this one is still generating for some reason. Like, maybe there's a.
Do you think it's QAing? It's found that there's an issue, and so it's kind of refusing to let it go until it fixes it.
I wonder. I'm not sure. It's possible that it's trying to just recover in the background. I'm just gonna stop it. See if I can continue the conversation or not. Worst case scenario, it's not a problem. Just gonna take this, I'm gonna download, because as you know, we can create more threads. I'm just gonna create a new thread with this. And I'm gonna ask it. Where is it? Here. I'm gonna ask it to create a new version of that. So I want to use.
Well, what is that going to do? Why are you doing that exactly?
Well, I mean,
walk me through your decision-making process.
The other thread is busy, and I'm going to leave it at that and let it work. What I did is I created a new session, and I just uploaded the 2 images that I want to work with, which is the one with the scientist kind of getting into the fridge, and then the new sauce that we created, and I'm going to ask it to replace the sauce in the fridge. If the thread is not ready, you can do that within the thread directly. You don't even have. You can just say like take the new sauce and replace. But in this case, I'm just going to do it quickly here. Replace the sauce, the bottle of hot sauce in the fridge with the new image I attached, or the new bottle I attached.
Okay. What's going to happen then?
Well, it should replace it.
Let's have a little go, see what happens here.
Yeah. Okay,
so, all right.
Yep.
Oh, it's already cooking.
Yeah, it's cooking right now, and we have a new thread. Trying to see what's going on.
I guess it's
here.
worth repeating. Like, if you create forks, you can, in theory, have like stuff just running in parallel, right?
Yes. Yeah. It's worth it. And this guy was done with. Okay. Well, we can wait for a little while to see what's coming out with this one, but that's the image is coming up. All right.
Wow.
Anything else you think we should explore or develop?
Yeah, I'm just looking at my notes of things we should have spoken about. I I think, look, it's just reinforcing the point I made earlier. Like, there's a very narrow window of time to kind of jump on these trends and react to events in the real world, whether it's, I don't know, the KitKat heist or, some viral moment or Taylor Swift and whatever at the Super Bowl. Like, you can always jump on these moments, but you have to, you have a very narrow window. And so a lot of brands miss out, not because they don't want to, but because they don't have the means to either make the decision or do the stuff on brand like very quickly. I guess this is, you've seen here within the space of like, we've been live for 25 minutes, like 30 minutes, been live 25. We've been able to create like a bunch of assets you could already be using in production. Of your social media assets or for whatever.
Yeah, and to your point, I'm not like right now. I'm not abusing kind of like the system to like give me 10 variations. But if you were doing that, you would explore a lot more ideas much faster. Here, I'm still like I'm keeping it to a manageable amount of assets on the stream. But the idea is like you can spawn like a bunch of these threads and get them to work for you. Propose good ideas and then pick whatever you like, leave whatever you don't like. Extra. What I could do, look, we're still waiting for the asset to be created. What I can do is show some of the stuff that we've done some time ago, just as a test. I wanted to test, what the results would be, and I think, I can show you some of those results briefly. Give you a sense. It'll give you a sense of the number of things that you could potentially do. Let me reopen, for example, a thread. Actually, you know what? Maybe even easier than that. If we were to go in the content library here, we might be able to see a bunch of those. Yeah. Okay, so some of the examples, like you can see also the examples that were uploaded as reference and everything. And some of the stuff that we got that was really funny, trying to find it back. That was similar to one of the output that we had here. Working on a compound K. Oh, is it the one? No, it's a similar one. It's not exactly the same. Okay, and then what did we have? This one was pretty funny as well.
Yeah, I liked that one. That one was good.
Yeah. Taking notes and like flavor compound and everything.
That's pretty nuts. Right? Like, how much work was it to get something kind of that detailed? Because you look at the.
No, it's the same as
okay. I mean, don't be so quick. Like, you should probably dwell on it a little bit longer. So, you got flavor compounds in the background. You got them analyzing the wafers, ingredient research. All the colors are right. They match the color of the bars with the liquids. Yeah. Like, it's pretty crazy level of detail there.
That was the time it takes to generate the image. So very short, and that was mostly the agent just being creative, right? If you look back at the reasoning, for example, of the content. Like how it came to have this idea and execute on it, it's generally all the agent, right? We have like this.
Can everyone see that anytime they create an image? Can they go in and see how the
right now we're
agent
not
reasoned it?
Not yet. We're not exposing everything, but we will because it's a lot of text. So I think we will expose a Redux version of that, right? Something that is you can look at as you're generating content. You will understand what the agent is thinking about, what it's doing, and then why it's making certain decisions.
Hey, go back to that one. That one's fun. You need to slow down a little bit. So let's dwell on this guy here. So he's running with the hot sauce and the KitKats.
Really random.
Love that. And there was like a fire in the background as well, right? Yeah, it looks like he's escaping from an asylum, but with KitKats. What is this classified document I'm looking at?
That was a pretty fun one. That was the agent. So the agent proposed me to do a fake shipping, manifest from a hot take R&D division in Italy for 413,000 units of compound KK raw materials. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Love that. And does it have the? No, it doesn't. Okay, I was wondering if it had the date. The date was in the other one, which was quite cool as well.
The date. If a date is displayed, it's often not always, but it's often the.
Yeah, sometimes the wrong year, right?
Right. It's like the 4th of April, 2026.
Oh, no, it's correct.
Yeah. It's often the right date.
That's cool. Sometimes when I work with AI, it seems to give me like the previous year.
And then we had something.
I guess it's because of the models.
There was something funny that was proposed as well. Let me see if I can. This one was pretty funny. I was like, can you go a little more unhinged on the output? He gave me that, which was not bad.
That's pretty good. I'm getting the Hangover meets kind of science heist, but yeah.
It's a bit. Sorry, it's jumping around. People getting a little mad. And then he had the agent had a really good idea with a text. I'm trying to find it back. Oh yeah, the text was here. It was a little bit too much when it did, but it was a good idea. So truck driver saying like it's done, and then person asking how many, and then a picture of the truck being parked. And I asked you to iterate a little bit on the truck and on the text. I think I had like 3 iterations, and I was like, this one was nice, like it's done, and then how many? 413,000 points. And then I asked you to do like a over-the-shoulder version of it, because I was like, I want to use this as if I was kind of seeing someone manipulating, and it's pretty funny. Like I really like the output.
Guy. Yeah, I love that.
Exactly. R&D lead. So anyways, that's the kind of really fun stuff that you can get done within like literally minutes with SecretSauce. And you don't need to be like a super designer. You don't need to be super technical as well. To be frank, like the counter is like the more you're happy to explore different directions and then kind of loosely guide the agent, the probably the better the outcome, and providing references as well. Like, as you can see, we started with pretty good references, and the agent understands really well the tone that the initial company KitKat has been using. They've been how do you say that, like self-deprecating, right? In a way, is that the right word? Okay. Having fun of themselves.
Self-deprecating. Right?
Yeah. And then the agent understood pretty well what was expected from it, and gave us some really good ideas.
Amazing. So what do you think you'll do next? What do you think is going to be the next trend you want to jump on?
The next trend I want to jump on?
Yeah.
You got to tell me, because right now I'm like, I don't even know what's going on in the news right now. I'm heads down developing SecretSauce, and I'm totally out of.
I think we'll come back with something funny. There's a couple of interesting movies coming out soon, so we can keep an eye on that as well.
We should
see what memes come out then.
Yeah, do some funky movie-related stuff. Absolutely.
Yeah, but you and I are both big cinephiles, but yeah. But yeah, I guess we can do a little bit of Q&A, but this was an emergency stream, right? So I don't know how many people are currently live with us. We got rug pulled by LinkedIn Live as well. So I think we'll post this video afterwards, because you can just upload videos so people can see. But I guess, I'd close with, like, if you want to be the brand that reacts to the moment, instead of watching other people do it, like, that's what SecretSauce is there for. And the link will be in the description, but it's trysecretsauce.ai. If you're interested in giving it a go, having a taste, maybe we say having a taste. Then I'm going to have a little celebratory bite here as well, because you've done such a good job. And we will probably end up posting these as well. There's a request in the chat for these images, so we'll send them up. Any last words before we Brexit and get out of here?
On my side, no, just get ready for the next stream. Like, we're going to do a lot more of those. We're going to jump on trends. We're going to have fun. I think it's probably one of the best way to kind of explain how the agent works and how we can interact with it and get the results that we want.
Yeah. On that bombshell, I think we're done. It's nearly 10 p.m. on a Friday. I think you can go and, get ready for the weekend then. I'm going to finish my KitKat, and then I'm going to try not to eat these before my better half comes home and yells at me. But yeah. All right. Thanks, everyone.
All right. Have a good one. Stay saucy.
There you are.
As always.
Stay saucy. Right.
How come you do it? I don't have it. Why? Oh, man, I'm so sad.